Raja Anandpal and Raja Jaipal of the Hindu Shahi kingdom of Kabul, of Balkh. Balkh in those days used to be known as Balaka. And Balaka is a flower in Sanskrit, a sacred flower. And that flower is present in a big way in the Balkh province. So Balkh is the Afghani or the Pushto name, and Balaka is the Sanskrit name. The temple city of Sistan in Balaka used to be known as Shivstan, because there used to be a big Shiva temple there. And we all know that Gandhari used to be an ardent follower and ardent worshipper of Lord Shiva. So that part of the country was, before the Islamic invasion or before the conversion, was Hindu-Buddhist in nature. Right from Afghanistan to Central Asia, that whole area was Hindu-Buddhist in nature, because we have a fire temple in Baku in Central Asia, then we have a fire temple in Uzbekistan even now. There is a temple of Lord Vishnu in Kazakhstan. There is a temple of Lord Shiva in Kyrgyzstan as well as in Turkmenistan. And the name of the countries is actually Stan. Afghanistan, Stan is Desh in Sanskrit, land of the Afghans. Uzbekistan, land of the Uzbek. Turkmenistan, land of the Turkman. Kyrgyzstan, land of the Kyrgyz. Iran comes from the word Aryan, and Aryan comes from the word Arya. In Iran, there is a river which is known as Irasvati, and they claim that Irasvati river is Saraswati river, the legendary Saraswati river. Sa in Persian is Ha. So it is Irasvati. There is no Sa in Persian. The ancient city of the Persian Empire is known as Nishabur. Nishabur comes from the word Nishapur. Nisha means twilight, Pur means city. Nishapur. Arya is the official, Ariana or Arya is the official airlines of Iran. The word Iraq comes from the Greek word ark, and ark originates from the word Orko. Orko is the other name of Lord Surya. Aditya is one name, Surya is other name, Arka is the third name. So Arka became Ark, Ark became Iraq. Syria, in Damascus area of Syria, the archaeologists have found a huge ancient remains of a huge temple structure of the sun, or a sun temple. Ancient Syria used to be known as Surya. From that sun temple, Surya became Syria. Egyptian civilization, the presiding deity of the Egyptian civilization of the pharaohs used to be Lord Aditya or Surya, and he was known as Ra in Egyptian civilization. The cult of Mother Goddess is a common cult in the Sumerian civilization, the Babylonian civilization, the Persian civilization, the Sindhu Saraswati Sabhata, also in the civilization of Southeast Asia, East Asia, going right up to Tibet, Central Asia, as well as the Hunan province of China. So there is a common identity there. Mother Goddess is known as Mother Mary in Christianity, and in Islam she is known as Maryam. So Maryam is Aditi in Sanskrit, or Mother Goddess, and Mary in Christianity. In Buddhist philosophy, the cult of Goddess Tara, of both the Hinayana and the Mahayana Buddhism and the Tantric Buddhism of Tibet, where goddess Tara has 21 forms, 21 different depiction. In Hindu pantheon, we have the Das Mahavidya and the Nav Durga. But in Tantric Buddhism and in Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism, Tara has 21 depiction. And she is considered to be the mother goddess or the godmother of Bodhisattva or Lord Buddha. So Tara is there in Buddhism also, Mariam is there in Islam, and Mary is there in Christianity, and Aditi or Durga is there in the Indic civilization. Southeast Asia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, I will not touch because everyone knows that कल ही बंटवारा हुआ है और उससे पहले भारत का ही हिस्सा था. Let me go to Southeast Asia and East Asia. Southeast Asia, Myanmar, Burma. Burma originates from the word Brahma. In ancient times, Burma used to be known as Brahmadesa or Brahmadesh. From Brahmadesh, in Burman language or Burmese language, Brahma became Burma. And from Burma, now they have made it Myanmar. The Irrawaddy River in Burma, which is the national river of Burma, Irrawaddy is actually Iravati. Iravati is the consort of Lord Indra. The Buddhist mound in Pegu and the Golden Pagoda in Rangoon, in Yangon, there are numerous temples besides the temple of the sleeping Buddha and the Bodhisattvas. There are numerous temples dedicated to Brahma, Vishnu, Lord Shiva, and Goddess Tara, together with Gajapati or Lord Ganesh. Further you go, Thailand. Ancient name of Thailand is Siam. Siam comes from the word Sham. Sham could be Lord Krishna. One name of Lord Krishna is Sham. Sham teri bansi pukare Radha naam. Or it could be Sham or evening. The kings of Thailand have Rama attached with them. So Rama 1, Rama 2, Rama 3. The present king of Thailand is Rama the 17th. The previous king of Thailand, Bhumibol Atulya Dej, Rama the 16th. Bhumi, earth. Bal, power. Atulya, sun. Dej comes from the word Tej, or the light of the sun. In the palace of the Thai king, even now, every day, Sanskrit shlokas are recited in the morning from Rig Veda, as well as from the Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana and Mahabharata. And there are 5 Brahmin priests in the Thai king's palace. All these 5 Brahmin priests, they have their allegiance to the Brahmin family, 5 Brahmin family of Ayodhya. The Ayodhya of UP. The ancient capital of Ayodhya, the ancient capital of Thailand is known as Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the ancient capital of Thailand, and the Thai legend and the Thai people, they say that Ramayana and Lord Ram and Sita Mata, they are basically Thai prince and Thai princess, जिनको भारत ने चुराया है उनके लेजेंड को थाईलैंड से, और भारत ने चोरी करके भारतीय रामायण तैयार किए हैं. The Thai people are so sensitive for Lord Ram and Goddess Sita, they will just kill you if you say something against them, and they say कि हमारे जो राष्ट्रीय किताब है वो रामायण है, क्या आपके भारत का राष्ट्रीय किताब रामायण है? और इस तरह से रैंक करते हैं वो. कंबोडिया में आप जाओ, कंबोडिया comes from the word Kampuchea, Kampuchea comes from the word Cambodia. कंबोडिया युगो, कंबोडिया का खुद का कंबोडियन वर्शन है रामायण का, और वो उस रामायण को रामाकिन कहते हैं. लाओस युगो, Laos, you will see their own version of Ramayana. There is a Laotian version of Ramayana, there is a Thai version of Ramayana, there is a Filipino version of Ramayana, there is a Vietnamese version of Ramayana, there is a Hunani version of Ramayana in China, and there is also a Malaysian, Indonesian, and a Burmese version of Ramayana. और इंडोनेशिया तो बहुत विचित्र है. In Indonesia, you not only get a Balinese version of Ramayana, you also get a Javanese version of Ramayana, you get a Sumatran version of Ramayana, you also get a Kalimantan and the Sriram Island or the Sulawesi version of Ramayana. So there are very many versions of Ramayana and many versions of Mahabharata. The national book of Indonesia is again Ramayana. It's the largest Islamic country of the whole world. Malaysia, the present Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir Mohamad. What is the meaning of Mahathir? Have you all ever thought about it? कोई जानते हैं कि महातीर का मतलब क्या है? किसी को पता? आपको लग रहा होगा कि तीर है तो महातीर होगा. हाँ? Mahathir is the other name of Gandiv of Lord Shiva. अर्जुन ने जो गांडीव तोड़ा था द्रौपदी के स्वयंवर के लिए, उसकी एक नाम है महातीर. PM is Muslim, Muhammad is his title, name is Hindu. Mahathir. Meghavati Sukarna Putri. Meghavati, the former president of Indonesia. Megha, cloud. Vati, daughter. Sukarno, the father of the nation of Indonesia. Putri, daughter. Meghavati Sukarna Putri. In Indonesia, every woman is addressed as a Bhumiputri, and every man is addressed as a Bhumiputra. In Malaysia, every man is addressed as a Bhumiputra and every woman as a Bhumiputri. हमारे देश में अनफॉर्चुनेटली स्पाइडरमैन बच्चों का हीरो है. भारत में है कि नहीं? हाँ, पता है इंडोनेशिया में सुपर हीरो कौन है? बता सकते हो? मालूम है? नो, इट इज हनुमान. हनुमान जी को वहां पे संकट मोचना बोलते हैं. संकट, वो थोड़ा स्प्रेड करके बोलते हैं, संकट मोचना. हनुमान, ही इज द सुपर हीरो इन इंडोनेशिया. हर इंडोनेशियन घर में जाओगे जो मुसलमान घर है, सुन्नी मुस्लिम ग्रंथ को मानते हैं, इन दी ड्राइंग रूम वस्तु के हिसाब से ऑन वन कॉर्नर यू विल गेट गजापति. दे डोंट कॉल हिम गणेश, दे कॉल हिम गजापति. और इंडोनेशिया में हाथी को गजा बोलते हैं. You know, so Gajapati on one side, other side is Sankat Mochan. On the other side, where the deity of Gajapati is there, and he's a 8-headed deity. Asht Ganesh jo hai. Thailand में भी अष्ट गणेश है. You know, not one-headed or three-headed, it's अष्ट गणेश. वहाँ गजापति के वहीं पे कॉर्नर पे ऑन वन साइड इज रामायणा एंड भगवद गीता, ऑन द अदर साइड इज कुरान, द होली कुरान. दैट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इंडोनेशियन इस्लाम. When Ayub Khan from Pakistan, when he went to Indonesia at the invitation of Sukarno, He landed at the Jakarta airport. Indonesians, they get very offended if you say Jakarta. They said it's rubbish. Jakarta is the colonial or the Dutch name or the anglicized name. It is Yogi Katra or Yogi Katera. And when you ask them what do you mean by yogi, they say yogi from Mahayogi, Lord Shiva. Katera from Kshetra. Kshetra means city. Yogi Kshetra becomes Yogi Katra. And Jakarta is the Dutch version. You land at the airport through Garud Airlines or the Garuda Airlines, and he is the national bird of Indonesia, Garuda, of the Vahan of Lord Vishnu. गरुड़ एयरलाइन से जब आप जकार्ता में उतरते हो या फिर बाली में उतरते हो, कहीं पर भी उतरते हो, people when they come and greet you, they greet you with a Om Saste Nastu. What is the meaning of Om Saste Nastu? पता है? नहीं पता? आप लोगों की दोष नहीं है, मैकॉले एजुकेशन ने ये सब किया है. The meaning is, I welcome you to my country in the name of Om, which is the most sacred symbol of the universe. May the blessings of Om fall on your family and your extended family so that you always remain in peace and prosperity. Who are the people who greet? They are all Muslims. Ask them their name, they'll say Parvati Iqbal. Lakshmi is a very common name, Parvati is a very common name, Saraswati is a very common name in Indonesia. Ask any woman, आपका नाम क्या है? सरस्वती इकबल, Lakshmi Muhammad, Parvati Muhammad. Ask a male member, what's your name? Proudly बोलेगा कि Ram Muhammad, Krishna Muhammad, then Hanuman Muhammad, Sugriv Muhammad, Bali Muhammad, Bali. इस तरह से. तो आयुब खान जब गए, उनको ओम सस्ते नस्तु करके वो किया गया, इनवाइट किया गया. वो उसी पे तिल मिला गए कि ये तो पूरा दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा मुसलमान मुल्क है और ये मुझे ओम सस्ते नस्तु करके इनवाइट कर रहा है, जो काफिरों का एक श्लोक है. So he was very perturbed when Sukarno greeted him with the Om Saste Nastu. केवल वही नहीं, ग्रीट करके हाथ में थमा दिए रामायण आयुब खान के. आयुब खान was hysteric. ये क्या, ये तो मुझे और बेइज्जत कर रहा है. Still he tolerated because he was the state guest. रामायण अपने जनरल के तरफ देखे और ऐसे फेंके जनरल की तरफ. And these are all there in the wiki files as well as in Wikipedia. तो देने के बाद फिर आगे चढ़ने लगे. तो आयुब खान ने पूछा कि आपका नाम सुकार्नो क्यों है? सुकार्नो का मतलब क्या है? सुकार्नो ने मुस्कुरा के जवाब दिया. And he said, Sukarno comes from the word Karno or Karan of Mahabharata. My father, Suharto. Suharto comes from the word Shubharto. Shubh, sacred, blessings, Harto. Suharto, my father, was very, very fascinated by रामायणा एंड महाभारता एंड बाय भगवद गीता. और वो डेली भगवद गीता पढ़ते थे. और उनका जो हीरो था, वो हीरो था कर्ण. पर क्योंकि कर्ण गलत लोगों के साथ था, कौरवास के साथ था, गलत लोगों के साथ, तो इसलिए उन्होंने सु लगा दिया. सु शुभ से, सु कार्नो, ताकि करण की तरह तो बनो पर काम हो सारे शुभ, इसलिए सुकार्नो. फिर मिर्ची लगा आयुब खान को. शाम के समय राष्ट्रीय भोज हुआ। राष्ट्रीय भोज होने के बाद फिर सुकार्नो ने कहा चलिए हम आपको अपना नेशनल थिएटर दिखाते हैं, शेडो पापेट्री पे आधारित। तो आयुब खान ने कहा कि ये शायद कुछ अलग होगा, शायद कारबला की लड़ाई के बारे में होगा, या फिर पैगंबर मोहम्मद जी ने जो मदीना पे जो फतेह हासिल किए थे, या फिर मक्का में जब उन्होंने इस्लाम का स्थापित किया था, वो सब चीज़ों का कुछ होगा शायद। तो जब पापेट्री दिखाया गया, शेडो पापेट्री पूरा आधारित ही था सीता हरण को लेके, और द्रौपदी स्वयंवर से लेके, और रावण और भगवान राम की लड़ाई को लेके, और वानर सेना को लेके। आयुब खान इतना ज़्यादा भौखला गया इस चीज़ से, ही गॉट सो पेट्रिफाइड एंड सो annoyed that he immediately said, I am curtailing my state visit, which was for 3 days, and I am going back to Rawalpindi by the next chartered flight immediately after the completion of this cultural celebration. कल्चरल सेलिब्रेशन ख़त्म हुआ जकार्ता एयरपोर्ट से, जिस चार्टर्ड विमान से वो आए थे उसी चार्टर्ड विमान से वापस चले गए इंडोनेशिया से पाकिस्तान। तो ये तो सच्चाई है वहाँ का। अब एक और बात बताता हूँ, महाजीपाहित किंगडम, शायद बहुत लोगों ने सुना होगा। महाजीपाहित, द ग्रेट किंग ऑफ मलाक्का Peninsula of Malacca Strait. So the Mahajipahit kingdom, the last king of that kingdom, Mahajipahit, 1698, the Sufi saints from Arabia was successful in influencing him to renounce the Hindu faith and accept Islam. So the royal family of Indonesia accepted in Islam, and of Malaysia, because that time Malaysia, Indonesia was one, and the kingdom extended from southern part of Thailand and Myanmar right up to Philippines. It was a huge kingdom, and their main trade was on spice. So और इसलिए मतलब कि इतना ज़्यादा पैसा था उस किंगडम के पास कि जो जितने सारे मुस्लिम सेंट्स हैं वो जो वर्णन करते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि हर 10 कदम 15 कदम में तो एक सोने की शहर दिखाई देता है, क्योंकि इतना रिच था वो किंगडम। सो एंड द अरब्स वांटेड द प्लंडर ऑफ दैट किंगडम फॉर अरेबिया, सो दे इन्फ्लुएंस्ड द किंग महाजीपाहित, सेइंग दैट renounce the faith, come back to Islam, accept Islam and patronize this religion. So he converted into Islam and he started patronizing. Almost 2/3 of his royal family member, they fled from Java. They took refuge in Bali. और इसीलिए बाली में अभी भी 84% से लेके 85% हिंदू हैं, बालिनीज हिंदू। The rest of the kingdom got converted gradually into Islam, and the state religion became Islam. That very year, when the king was converting into Islam after the Khatna ceremony, so around that time, the royal Purohit, he said to the king, "O king, you are renouncing your religion of your ancestor, and I curse on you, O king, this country will always be ignited by fire, and Indonesia will never ever be in peace. And the volcanic eruption in Indonesia will be so high that Indonesia will always look like a kingdom of fire." And the royal priest, he left Indonesia. So the curse of Mahajipahit is a very terrified curse in Indonesia even now, and people are very, very scared of that curse. That very year, Mount Agung in Java, an active volcano, erupted in a big way, The eruption was so huge, as per the chronicles of the Chinese, travelers. They say that the half of Java got devastated, and almost 1/3 of Java went under the sea because of that eruption in 1698. The rest of the priests who were present there in the in the palace of Mahaji Pahit, who was now a sultan, they pleaded with him, saying that please erect a statue of Gajapati, of Lord Ganesh, in Mount Agun, facing the crater of Mount Agun. So the king accepted the request, and he erected a 200 feet tall idol of Lord Ganesh in Mount Agun, facing the crater of Mount Agun. And Indonesians, they say that since then Mount Agun has never ever erupted. And on the day of Ganesh Chaturthi, millions and millions of Indonesian Muslims, they go to Mount Agun to pray to Gajapati for seeking his blessings. And Gajapati is considered to be the deity who is a protector. और इसीलिए इंडोनेशियन रुपए, जो 20,000 के रुपए और 50,000 के रुपए, जो हाईएस्ट डिनोमिनेशन के रुपए है इंडोनेशिया के, वहाँ पे गणेश जी का चित्र है, टुगेदर विद द चित्र ऑफ द सुल्तान ऑफ इंडोनेशिया एंड नाउ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडोनेशिया. 50,000 का रुपए आप लोगे या फिर 20,000 का रुपए लोगे, एक तरफ गणेश जी का प्रतिमा है, दूसरे तरफ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडोनेशिया का तस्वीर है, और नीचे लिखा हुआ है दिस नोट इज इन द कस्टडी ऑफ कुबेर. That is there in every Indonesian rupee. That is the greatness of Indonesian Islam.